The finals recently launched Season 4, and since I haven't made the finals video since the release of Season 3, I thought it was time to get into the game once more. The finals still feels like a quite different or a unique FPS game compared to many other shooters out there at the moment. As for now, it's overall pretty stale on the FPS scene overall, so it was nice to once more suit up as a heavy, medium or light in order to create some chaos and foremost enjoy some of the amazing destruction when it comes to the environment in this free-to-play shooter. In Season 4 there's a new map called Fortune Stadium, an urban environment kind of map that in my opinion plays pretty well and adds some value to the already existing maps in rotation. However, I still believe that the Season 3 map called Kyoto 1568 is an even better and more immersive or interesting map to play, at least for me, although I can understand that Embark most likely have an ambition here to create maps with different distinct styles and themes. Since I just recently started to play and check out Season 4, I haven't yet played around with the 3 new weapons that is also added to the game. Dual Desert Eagle Akimbos for the heavy class, a marksman rifle called Pike 556 for the medium build, and pump action shotgun for the light class called M26 Matter. Looking forward to check out these guns also the next time I play the finals, which will be very soon. Probably after I have been making this video. Feel free to leave some feedback if you've already tried out these new guns in Season 4 and tell me what you think. Well, it feels for me as if the finals, thanks to Embark and their long-term goal and planning when it comes to the finals, not only have been increasing the overall player retention in the game according to themselves, but also have succeeded to make a game that now has become a staple of a FPS game for many players out there. I think this is important to mention since I recently went back and both played and made a video about ADRESS 2, a game that also have been able to establish themselves over time and also stand the test of time when it comes to other problems circulating their game as well, by continuing to add more valuable content, updates and fixes when it comes to bugs and overall quality of life changes. In my opinion, ADRESS 2 is now in a better state than it has never been before. So, playing the finals again then, after being away from the game some time, gives me a more positive vibe than, let's say, the early seasons of the finals, thanks to continuous work and dedication by Embark Studios. With that said, I hope that the player count when it comes to the finals can hopefully continue to grow some more, which we can see if we take a brief look into the Steam charts. My experiences through the years, especially recent years, shows that it's really hard to establish and continue to do well year after year, due to competition, players leaving for the next new hot game, so the initial hype which we can see when some games tend to blow up at release will usually settle or calm down, if you will, a few months later into that particular game's life cycle. I guess this is also what we're seeing when it comes to the finals about 10 months after its launch, and the players playing now, well, they are for sure what I would call the core community, give or take. But again, the finals is one of the few games at the moment at least that stands out for me and can offer a kind of a casual competitive gameplay experience that is hard to find elsewhere. When I'm going through the 4.00 update from the end of September, I can definitely see that there's been a lot of work done by Embark, adding both, as mentioned, a new map, 3 new weapons, some attachments to guns such as red dot sight that we haven't seen before but has been asked for by the community. They've also added sponsor contracts allowing players to sign up with one of the 3 sponsors for unique rewards, new World Tour ranks, and improved ranked cash out tournaments. New customization options, loadout slots, and revamped leaderboards in order to ensure a more competitive and personalized experience. They then followed up with a 4.10 update in the beginning of this month, meaning October, that took care of both some recent and older bugs. Yes, they have been busy for sure, and if you're interested, you can of course go over and read through the patch notes by yourself, since I'm only scratching on the surface here, mentioning things that foremost the casual players playing the finals might be interested to hear about. The finals is a pretty competitive and niche game in its nature, and as for now, there's not too many people when it comes to content creators like me talking about the game or making videos overall on YouTube. Sure, there is, but it could be more. But maybe updates and a strong new season such as Season 4 so far can maybe also bring some light and focus once more on the finals on a platform such as YouTube, what do I know, or at least also make players that has already played the game before curious to come back and play the game once more. I've always said that it would be a good idea to branch out a bit when it comes to adding other kind of game modes in the finals, both in order to give the players even some more variation, but also to give some slack, meaning game modes that aren't too serious or more towards the casual side of things, such as a TDM mode or some fun game modes where you maybe play in low gravity with rockets. I mean, the maps are already there and they could simply use smaller portions of the pretty big maps to make that happen. What do you think? Would it be fun to see that kind of stuff in a game such as the finals, or would it be a bad thing to move away too much from the original concept of the game? Even so, the finals continues to be a game that I do enjoy once in a while, but in smaller portions. After like 1 or 1.5 hours of gameplay, I feel quite content. I then move on usually and do some other stuff, or simply play another game. Especially if I'm solo queuing in the finals, which is the majority of times, since it's hard to find time, at least for me nowadays, when it comes to playing games with friends overall. So to sum things up, Season 4 when it comes to the finals feels good. Embark Studios are continuing to believe in their game and the concept as a whole, and therefore feels dedicated in order to continue to bring good content into their game. Staying on target as a developer, making small adjustments needed can be the way to go also for the future, especially in times where some AAA developers with huge budgets are overcomplicating a lot of things when designing their games and doing their updates for that sake as well when it comes to balance and everything. They simply become too overambitious and therefore get lost in their own creation. Well, hopefully the finals will stay on course and give us strong incentives to continue to play their game, no matter if you're someone that are playing the game on a regular basis or if you're someone that just likes to play the finals once in a while for the fun. And maybe as a variation when it comes to other online FPS games that you might be playing. Season 4 might be a good time for you to check out the finals since it's free to play, or maybe a good time for those of you that have stepped away from the game already for various reasons. With that said, thanks a lot for watching when it comes to my final season video, and if you enjoyed, please leave a like since it helps me out here on YouTube. I hope to see you around the next time I upload a video, and with that, I want to wish you a great day. Talk to you later.
The mighty have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back. The big splash are looking to make